Hi everyone. We're up here tonight messing with the 67. I've got the transmission, got it pulled out now, and I got the new seal put in it. And then I was like, well dang, I ain't video nothing. I need to video something. So here we are. I apologize for not videoing, but we're gonna crawl in here and I'm gonna show you the seal and some other stuff on it. All right, we're under the truck. It's still on the jack. And I just spun it around so then that way I had room over here. I knocked the new seal in all the way around. And I use the little cap thing right there for the gas lid. It fit perfect on the outside and didn't hit back here. So I stuck it up there because I ain't got a seal driver. And taking it out, I used a pair of hose pliers and I just stuck it in there and where it locked on there, then took the bottom side right here. So I just kind of popped it right out. All right, so I got the new one in. Another thing we're going to address while we're in here means this pain in the ass to pull this transmission out because the converter bolts. You can see I got one bolt out here. These bolts has got O-rings on them. Not the outside ones, but the inner ones right here. They got O-rings on them to seal up to the pump. The outside ones just hold the case on. But I couldn't find, no parts store had them O-rings because they're big flat ones, so I couldn't put regular rings in and out of our kit. So I'm just gonna put some silicone on it and it'll hold up that way. I've done another truck that way that we use as a work truck, and it's been that way for, I don't know, probably 4 years. So I'm gonna clean all this up. I'm gonna spray it down with brake clean and clean it good. Then I'm gonna run the bolts out one at a time, put silicone on them and tighten them back down. I'm gonna do that all around in here, so that way they're all sealed up. My leak was this front seal was just wore out. The lip was pretty much smooth, but you know, it's got like 300 and I think it was like 46,000 miles or something, and this is the original transmission and motor, and also, and then setting for like 7 years probably didn't help. Made that seal was kind of hard, and then start driving it didn't help anything. So we done that, but I'm gonna go ahead and do these two so that way we ain't having to turn right back around and pull it out again. So I'm gonna get that stuff cleaned up and them sealed up so I can turn around, try and get it bolted in tonight and get the transfer case, the silicone on it, so that way the transfer case is bolted in. That way all the stuff is set up overnight, so hopefully I can put fluid all back in it in the morning and we can drive it and hopefully verify that it's not leaking no more. So then we can move on to fixing the headlights and the tail lights to get ready for the beach. But I'm gonna get this stuff done and get it turned around, and then we'll be back. All right, it's the next morning. Got the transmission put back in it last night and filled everything up, cranked it up, sit there. It all looked good in the shop. So Dad drove it over here to my house this morning. So it's about, I don't know, probably 12 miles from the shop. I still got to do the lights and everything on it, but it looked good last night. I crawled underneath it and it's still, I mean, it's wet, but that's from where it leaked before because there's some buildup on the transmission. But it's not, before you could see right up in the crack, it was just steadily dripping out. So all that's fixed. We'll still have to degrease it to get it cleaned up, but I drove it over here. So now it's been, what I say, the alignment shop's probably about 8 to 10 miles, maybe a touch further, and then over here it's 12 miles from here to my shop. So I still got the dash popped apart. I popped it all apart because I changed the steering column in it because we was having issues with the ignition. So instead of changing the ignition, I just changed the whole column, because the other column was wore slap out. It had tons of play in it and everything. So, and the wheel was bent just a little bit. So I'm gonna have to put all that back together still, and then finish putting the vents in and the side plates and stuff, so that way inside straighten out. But part of the ignition problem, we wasn't getting, our gauges wasn't wanting to all work, and you could push and hold the trip gauge and it would start working then, you know, while you was holding a button. But if you let off, the tack and stuff wouldn't work because it wasn't getting switch power. So we got that straightened out. We still got a few little things to do. I got to make headlights, tail lights work. Got to do the filler neck, so then that way we can put fuel in it. We're gonna go Monday and get new tires, so I'll be putting them on. I'll go pick them up and put them on, and then we'll be just driving around hoping everything else kind of gets going good, so then we can drive it to the beach. All right, everyone, I know I didn't video a whole lot. We pulled the transmission out, you seen that, fixed the seal and stuff in the front, put it back together. My dad drove it to my house, everything looked okay, brought it back. It's Wednesday morning, we're getting ready to, I'm packing the truck up right now, is why I pulled back in the shop and putting tools and stuff in the toolbox so we can hook it to the camper, because we're getting ready to leave. But we changed the wheels and tires because I didn't have time to go get the new tires for the other wheels, so pulled these off another truck we had here. So it's got them. We got the headlights, turn signals all wired up. Hitch is a little dirty, but put our toolbox up there so we can put our tools and shit in it. It's got the new tail lights. I pressure washed it and got a lot of the plastic dip off the tailgate, so it cleaned up pretty good. This side of the bed, I mean, I got a lot of the, I know it's hard to see because it's a little bit dark, but there's still some of that plastic dip shit on the doors and stuff there that I couldn't get off. But I cut so that way you can see. But turns, that's the running lights in the center, but they get really bright with the turn. LED tail lights look good, and when they're in turn they run where they're sequential. If I click the flashers, I mean, everything turned out really well on the truck. I like it. Apologize a little bit for not videoing a whole lot. Just kind of was on a time crunch because where we're leaving. All the fans got wired up. We made this is off a 1500 gas truck, and it was a aftermarket airbox piece for it, and I trimmed it up and made it fit, so that works good. Got the AC stuff all hooked up. Step back here so you can, I mean, it all turned out pretty good. But just figured I'd give y'all a little bit of an update. Like I said, I apologize for not videoing some of the stuff when we was doing it with the tail lights and headlights, but it's just been one of them things. Pulling the transmission out and everything kind of really put a kink in the plan, but knock on wood, all that's doing good. Yesterday was really the first time that we drove the truck much. You've seen it where my dad drove it over to my house, so that's about 12 miles there and 12 miles back. Then it pulled in the shop here, and wiring on the headlights, tail lights, tow haul wouldn't work, so I had to fix the shifter stuff in there for it, changing the tires, finishing the airbag mounts in the back, getting the hoses run back so that way you could pump the airbags up. There's just tons of little stuff trying to get it where we felt good with it pulling the camper to the beach. So really yesterday we finished up, got the truck like it's sitting right now, drove it to the gas station. I didn't show y'all this either, but you put fuel in here and it fills up the tank under the bed, which when we get back and stuff and I got it, I'll put it on the lift and show y'all some of that stuff because it's kind of dark in here right now, so me laying down there ain't gonna really show you a lot. But we drove it around some yesterday. Everything seemed to do okay. So I'm gonna finish putting some tools in it and we're getting ready to hook it up to the camper to leave this morning to go to the beach. But thank y'all for watching and we'll see you on the next video.